Hey guys, it's me Diego back for another installment of videos that I show stuff that I've been doing in the PhD at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. So I've been working in this gestural controller for panning, and I set up a demo that I'm testing now, which I'm gonna present in a conference in spatial audio, like 3D audio and spatialization in Tokyo. Yes, next week I'm leaving to Japan, and I'm taking all of this with me to show it at the conference. So I have a Pyramix computer going. I have 4 different tracks, and I'll go with them using the leap motion to control the 3D panning through this computer Mac that has Max. That's the patch that I built. I'm using like an independent router, which is very suggestible for sending the MIDI coming in from the leap motion mapped over Wi-Fi into this computer through another small little application called RTP MIDI. And so that I have shown, but I'm going to show that too, but I incorporated foot control. So I put together this little Arduino with the help of a very good friend of mine, just to hook up a foot controller in the bottom to activate the gate, because I've been using usually either the pinch or the grab gesture to move the panning object. So for example, let's start up simple, which would be to manipulate a mono source. So I'm doing it with my hand, but it's not doing it because I stopped pressing. So I use the foot pedal as a gate, which not only helps me record this video live, holding the cell phone on the other hand, but it also allows me to do other two-handed options, two-handed operations, and I'll get there hopefully. So now I can, for example, here change to, I can have the pinch on the divergence, since mono tracks don't really have a source size. Let's see, so hopefully you can see how the divergence goes, open and wide with my pinch maneuver. Some of the speakers get a little bigger because of that. Let me focus. I guess that's a little better. So I can pan through the 3D panning window and do the divergence at the same time. Right? All right, let's go, for example, to a stereo bus. Stereo track, sorry. I'm gonna go to my second preset over here. I think I have it set it up same way. So I'm gonna change here to use the pinch gesture, this thing, for the source size now. Since it's now 2 tracks, I can also move them up and down, front, back, and left, right at the same time that I do the source size. That maybe that lack of resolution, that's actually the Wi-Fi speed, because it can get pretty good. You know, I can have good control here. Then I have the a 5.1 stem, like from a movie or something, into the 3D panning. This is, by the way, a 22.2 3D protocol. If you want to count them, every single point of those is supposed to be a speaker that I usually get hooked up in the studio of the school, but I'm home and this is just for the demo, right? So let's see. All right, so we have that 5, And here you can start seeing really the benefit of using your hand for this sort of 3D and spatialization workflow that you need, because not only am I controlling the size, right, while I'm moving this in 3 dimensions, I can also now incorporate the other 3. So sort of the rotations is called the tilt. So as you can see, I'm tilting the source, right? And I can still move the size, by the way. So for example, for 3D mastering of a movie that you're working with a surround stem and it's not quite balanced, you can also balance it with the yaw. So I have it set up so it's very, I'm gonna move it so you can see it better. So it's very fine, because if it's very coarse, then it just jumps all over the place. But as you can see, I can move it. So since our hand works this way as well, 6 degrees of freedom, it's very intuitive and it's very easy to control, sort of to go. You couldn't imagine to try and record this sort of automation all at the same time with regular controllers. It would be a nightmare. So, okay, so finally I'm gonna go to a 3D stem. So this is an Oro 9.1 or 9.0 channel stem, like a strip, into the 22.2 3D mixing bus panning window. So here I'm gonna go also to my preset, and you can see a little bit better the rotation, I think. Let me make this a little bigger, the source size. Right? So let's say that you're trying to master maybe different 9.0 stems that are coming into another movie, or the remastering of the movie. You can very easily balance. Okay, so there's other options that I included, like swiping for the channel count, but that's sort of not the main focus. The main focus is the 3D panning, and also enabling the foot controller to doing maybe also both hand options. I don't know if I can record this. I'm gonna have to put this on one of my hands probably. Let's see if it works. So I'm gonna use it, for example, for the dual panning. The thing is, I'm also holding the phone here at the same time. I need another hand. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in dual pan. That means like left and right become independent objects. Is this gonna work? Let's try it. So channel 2, also not gonna work. Channel 2. Both hands. Okay, I got this one going, and I got this one. So, I mean, I'm gonna try and put both hands on, but it's gonna be tough. There. I'm controlling each one with each hand. Right. And I still have the relative control with the foot controller.